Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, Saturday morning, and I've tested negative for COVID this morning. I tested negative yesterday also. Excuse me, still got the cough and the phlegmy throat. Up until Wednesday, I was still positive, and such a strange thing it's been, really, apart from the headache, which was phenomenal. It was awful. Apart from the headache and the sore throat and the cough, it's this extreme tiredness and lethargy that I'm left with, I've experienced all the way through. And the hallucinations, and I can only put them down to the COVID, unless, in all seriousness, I'm having some signs of problems with my mind. I don't know. But on, I think it was Tuesday night or Wednesday night, I went downstairs to get another bottle of water, and halfway down the last flight of stairs I just looked, and there was this big ginger cat, big bloody thing it was, and it scared me half to death. I couldn't understand how it had gotten in. I had fetched some washing off the line earlier. I mean, I wasn't even thinking of that at the time. It was just this big darn cat at the bottom of my stairs, and he frightened me. And I sort of thought, I've got to go down, I've got to get him out. And I edged my way down, and he moved to the side, and I scooted round the other way to the left, went into the laundry room and got my mop, and came out with my mop at him and pushed him towards the front door, got to the side, opened the front door and whooshed him out. But what I also did was I followed him, and just to make sure he'd got on the path to go on the brickwork, and there I was in my porch, just whooshing, and I suddenly realised I'd got no clothes on, not even a pair of slippers, nothing, in the nude, which I sometimes sleep in the nude, not always, but I suddenly realised there I was, and what it must have looked like if anybody had been walking past, this mad woman, naked mad woman, with a big mop, chasing the cat down the drive. I'd never have lived it down, would I? So I still, right up until now, don't know whether that actually happened. I've got no idea. Why is he splashing? I've got no idea why, whether it happened or whether it didn't. And I don't know whether it was the same night or the night before even, that if I can't sleep, I'll take just an antihistamine pill, a little thing, not very powerful, but it's enough to make me drowsy. So sometimes I'll take one. I don't know whether I've taken one on this particular night. And I was on my bed and trying to concentrate on reading, and I just can't. But I must have dozed off. I remember feeling my book fall out my hands, falling onto the floor. And I must have dozed off. And the next thing, when I woke up, I thought it was hours later. And bearing in mind, and I got up and I looked at the clock, and it was 9 o'clock, and I was thinking it was 9 o'clock in the morning, thinking, God, I've slept in late, never sleep till that time. And it wasn't, it was 9 o'clock at night. So this is what's been happening. My mind has been in a virtual turmoil, and whether it's the COVID or whether it's not, I don't know. Then the other day I couldn't stop eating. I haven't been eating, and the other day I was just so thirsty. My throat was so sore. I had I had 2 big bowls of ice cream with some strawberry sauce on, and then that wasn't enough. An hour later, I had 2 yogurts, all in the 2s, and then I was thinking, shall I have some of that almond milk I've got there? My stomach's rumbling. Sorry. Shall I have a glass of almond milk? So I had almond milk as well. All not long before I went to bed. Now, I hadn't been eating properly. It was just that one day, but it was enough to scare me to think, is this what people do when they balloon out? They just can't stop eating. I mean, mine was the fact that I was hungry because I hadn't been, and also the fact that my throat and my sinuses was so sore, and I was dehydrated, basically. I was. Anyway, I'm feeling a lot better today. Got my juice, got my water, got my tea, which has again gone cold. And but it's been, I think, this coming Wednesday, last Wednesday gone, it was 3 weeks from when I tested positive. I was sick for the 2 days before, so but from when I tested positive, it was 3 weeks last Wednesday. So it's lingered, and it's not a nice thing to experience. It isn't. But there we go. I'm over it. Nova, I hope you're feeling a lot better as well. I'll come on and do the video that I promised about that crowd. You know I'm on about, Chantel and Nada and Debbie and all the nonsensical stuff that's going on. They must think we're all complete fools to imagine that, you know, it's all fact and that they're not working together. We know you're working together, and we know you're working to gain views and money, and I really hope that YouTube steps in and invokes their terms of service and says, you've gone against our terms of service here, and your channels are no more, because they have flouted terms of service continuously. And since she got her channel back from having it removed the first time, she seems to think that she's Miss Untouchable. Well, we'll see, won't we? There will be repercussions, I'm sure. You know, the YouTube powers that be aren't stupid. There will be some comeback at some stage. Anyway, I'll be back to that video. There's not much to say, really. They're all working together and we all know it. So it'll be a short video, maybe with a bit of humour thrown in here and there, you know. And hopefully now I can start getting back on form and we can get out. You know, I haven't been out the house for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, except into the garden to put the washing out and out the front in the nude, chasing a cat with a mop. That's been it. So I'll be back later. Hope everybody's well. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.